Welcome back to the channel. Take two. Welcome back to the channel. I know I've been away, but I've been on vacation. So I took some time out. So I took some time off. I need to recharge. And on my trip, I encountered a lot of e-bikes. Yes, a lot of people riding these things now. And they're not just riding like the mid drives. They're riding the bulky Super 73 and aerial riders and all those bulky type bikes, which I love because I don't have one of those exact ones, but I do have the juice bike, the city scrambler, which I guess falls into the category of bulky cafe racer bikes. So no more inconspicuous riding. Everybody's out and proud on legit bike trails, which I thought it was funny because before they used to give you the stink eye if you ever try to go on one with your bulky bike. But anyway, that's not the point. More power to them. Thing that I noticed though, and I don't know how many people or how many of you do, but like regularly wear a helmet. I saw a lot of people not wearing a helmet. Oops, squirrel. Death by squirrel. That'll be bad. Anyway, so I saw a lot of people now wearing a helmet. And I think if you're riding a bike that's electric, you must wear a helmet. I know the push bikes, I think the push bikes, you have to be 18 and over to now wear a helmet. But I think that the e-bike world is different. They have different rules. And they should. So I think they do have different rules. Top of my head, I think that if you are riding an e-bike that goes up to 28 miles an hour, like a class 3, you have to wear a helmet regardless. See how rude those people are? They take the 2 lanes. Anyway. So I think that you're supposed to wear a helmet if you have a class 3 bike or you use your bike as a class 3. Which makes sense because you're actually going up to 28 miles an hour, although I know some of you go faster. So the more reason to wear a helmet. So California has rules for helmet wearing and when and who should wear a helmet. So this is what they say. So it usually states that anyone under the age of 18 must wear a helmet when riding a bike. However, that law only applies to regular push bikes. It also specifies that if you are riding a motorized bicycle, you must wear a helmet if your bike is a class 3 and goes about 28 miles an hour. So the age limit is blurred. So the age limit is blurred once you ride an electric bicycle that is a class 3. Doesn't matter if you're over the age of 18, you must wear a helmet. So the law also goes into detail of who can ride and when can they ride an electric bicycle. So all this information I found going through the DMV of my state, which is California. So if you don't live in California, I suggest you do the same. Go to your DMV website from your state and see if they have specific laws for you. Okay, so now that you know about California law, a little bit of it, I've always worn a helmet, and I'll tell you why I always wear one. It's not like I like to buy them because they're very, very expensive if you actually buy the correct ones. So if you buy the correct helmet, it'll be very expensive, but you have to know how to fit your helmet correctly, or else if it's too big, it's not going to do its job, and it's too small. Well, think about it as Goldilocks. Too big, no good. Too small, yeah, the same. It has to be just right. It has to fit just right. So there are a lot of websites that they tell you how to measure your head for the helmet that you're gonna buy. And if you're not sure, I just suggest you go to your local bike shop or your REI and let them measure you so you know your exact measurement. So next time that you need to buy a helmet online, you'll know the measurements and you'll get the helmet with the right size for your head. Otherwise, it's not going to protect you. I don't care what kind of magical helmet you get. If it doesn't fit, it's not going to protect you at all. So if you're new to the channel, and for those who are not new to the channel, if you're not new to the channel, you know that I've been riding bikes for a very long time, before e-bikes were even a thing, and I always used to wear a helmet, always. So with the push bikes, I wore a helmet. Let me be clear about helmet. I hate wearing a helmet, especially in Southern California. It's freaking hot. So you are better off without one, like temperature-wise. But this is what happened to me when I rode my road bike. So I want to share a story, that the reason that I'm a big advocate to wear a helmet. So I advocate to wear a helmet for various reasons. One of them is safety. Yeah. Some of you might say, well, I'm over 18. I could go out and not wear a helmet. True, but even if you are the most careful driver, you can't really control what's around you or who's around you, especially if you ride with traffic. No matter how careful I am, there's always someone doing something stupid. I've been riding for over 10 years, and I could tell you that I've seen a lot of accidents happen before me. And I have avoided a lot of accidents too. And I think I haven't been in an actual accident. The closest thing I could remember, this is a part I want to share. So one time, before e-bikes, so let's make that known that it was before e-bike. So this didn't happen with my e-bike. It happened with a regular push bike. So once upon a time, came out of work, and I was riding to work, but I had so many things going in my head. I was riding pretty fast. For pushback 22 to 24 is pretty fast, at least for me it is. So I was really booking it. I was going really fast, and I was being careful. But then in my head, I was going, because I was having some drama at work. So I was really, really, really into my problems in my head. I was paying attention and everything. So I wanted to make a left turn, and I was going for it, and I started seeing the green turn into yellow really fast. I'm like, I'm gonna book this, and I'm gonna go and do this. So I went really, really fast, took the turn. I think I might have taken it too wide. Well, the thing is that I took it, and for some reason my tire kind of touched the curve as I was turning, and it caused me to flip over, to fall on my side, on my right side. However, I was riding a road bike, so my hands were like a different position, and the handlebar was in a way that it kind of could stop like me hitting the head. So when I fell, I hit my head first, like really hard. So hard that the people that were sitting outside that restaurant, because that was a little tiny restaurant, came out to see what happened. So I fell really hard. I remember hitting my head, but that was it. When I got up, people were helping me up, which was very embarrassing at the time. I took a good look at my helmet. The thing had split into two on my side. It really just split. I was fine, and I continued my 8 miles to my house like that. So helmets do work, and it could save your head. Like, it could save you from having some kind of head injury that would last you a lifetime. People don't understand the head injuries are one of those things that people sometimes do not recover. They don't recover from that. Not 100%. So I don't want to end up with a head injury that will last me a lifetime. So do yourself a favor and wear your helmet. I know they're expensive, and the rule is that you have to replace it if you're in a collision or you hit it really hard. And it's for your own good, because if you hit the floor, or if something happened to your helmet, the day that you actually would need it the most, it will fail because it was already compromised by that small incident that you had with it. So that's why it's good practice to always replace your helmet if it's really, really, really old, or if you had a collision but you don't see the damage to it. Damage might still be there. So replace your helmet. I know they're expensive, but I think your head in your brain is worth it. So those are my 2 cents. And there's a lot of helmets to choose from. So I'll put a list of the ones that I use in hopes that will help you. So my best advice is to take all the precautions that you can, and for all those things that you can't control, wear a helmet. So even the helmets don't look cool, I could guarantee you no one looks cool dead. So this is preventable up to a point. So do your part to keep yourself safe. So this is the video. I hope you guys liked it. Until next time. ride safely.